Hey, what's going on YouTube? Welcome to Garnett-Tools. Today, I figure I'd test out a little something, see if we can get this working right. But this is my little test of TSB. It's an idea I had a long time ago, very long time ago. So it's kind of like a salvaged idea, but it's me bringing you like news, random things I find throughout my week, and I bring it to you in a weekly show to see how you guys like that. But I don't really know if this platform or format will work in this manner. This is just a test. I kind of like drafted up, and if you're a fan of the channel, long time channel, you know that I like to do a lot of things on my own. So the little logo right here in the corner, I designed that myself. The intro screen, if you were here long enough and you saw it. Oh, let's see here. If you were here long enough and you saw it, that I did that myself. I just like doing things on my own, testing the waters here. But we're gonna start this thing off right, okay? So as you guys start to join, you tell me if my audio's in sync. If it's not in sync, let me know. I have a way I can fix that. So if you guys want to light up the chat, tell me if the audio's in sync. I need to fix this thing. I need your guys' input to help me fix if it, because I can't really tell if it's in sync or out of sync on my end. If it's bad, I don't know. If it's good, I don't know. I can only tell. I can't even tell if you can hear me. Just so, shoot me a chat, say something in the comments if you can hear me at all. I mean, it looks like I'm getting audio output. Like I said, a lot of this is a test. We're gonna see how it goes. Way out of sync. Okay, let's see here. Now, would you say it's too soon or too early? Or is it too late or is it too early? Ooh, no, add another zero. Okay, 2 seconds. Well, that's good. That means I overcompensated. If it was still too early, then the problem I'm having is my microphone is directly plugged into the computer, and my video feed is through Wi-Fi through my phone. So the video feed is decidedly slower than the audio feed. So I kind of gotta get them synced up right to where it works. I did a recording of a video and it synced up right that way, but I fixed it now. Good. Okay, that's awesome. So yeah, I overcompensated. So I can just leave it there. All right. So the first thing I wanted to talk about on this show was Snap-on. So if you go to Snap-on's website and you go to their shop website where you go and you look up their products and you go to their new products, they come in at like they have like a new products section over there. So they've come out with a new-ish, I think, 7 CTG 7, no, not 7, 861. So what it looks like it is it's pretty much an infrared temperature gun. They're no stranger to infrared temperature gun. They've had many of them throughout the years, but this one in particular is a slight upgrade to the 761, in which it only lists the difference being a color screen. Now, as far as a color screen goes, we're going to go ahead and swap over to Google Chrome here. As far as a color screen goes, they don't really show many pictures of this color screen. But I reckon that the color screen they're talking about is going to be, let's try snap-on meter color screen. So if you have like one of these, I think that's the color screen they mean. Let's see if we can get one of it on. So this screen, some of these, here we go. Something like that, where it's a mostly black screen and the images are lit up in color. So I think that is the only difference with this new CTG 861 K1. It lists this product number as new in the new products, but it kind of doesn't list the bare tool. So I don't really know how long the bare tool's been out or if it's new. I did a quick search. I couldn't find much information on the 861. So it looks like the bare tool is going to be about the same price as the previous one, the 761. It's going to be $165 for the bare tool, and it's going to be $165 for the bare tool of the 861. Apples to apples, if you're running into a scenario where you're looking at both, or your dealer only has the older one, maybe you ask for the newer one, it's the same price. It does say, however, that the kit is on sale for $309, but it's of course on back order. So that's about all I got for that. I'll just pause here for a second for anything you guys. Let me bring up your comments. Blue gloves. I gotta check that out. No, I didn't see that upload. So that's it for the 861. I don't know why I keep calling it the 7. It's the 761. It looks exactly the same. I'll go ahead and show you it again. It looks exactly the same. Looks identical to 861, 761. Look like the same exact unit. No difference but the color screen, I think. Maybe a dealer could tell us different. Maybe someone more closer to this can tell me if this is even a new product or not, because sometimes they put older products on the new product page, things that have been out for a while, or they're just getting around to putting it on a page. But like I said, I searched it, couldn't find any more information. Now the next thing I want to talk about in terms of new things is Harbor Freight. Harbor Freight has come out with this new Chief air hammer. Now, this thing is going to run you about $99, it says on their website. Now, I don't know if it says that it's available only in the store, because some of their products are like that. So here it is. See, now it doesn't say only available in store. Sometimes you can definitely make out that these things say only available in store. But this thing looks pretty nice if you get up here to the main product picture. It says we got an aluminum body here, which is going to be nice for weight-wise. I know mine, I think, is a composite body, but it's still on the heavier side. The one I currently have, it says it's got a variable speed trigger, which I've yet to see anyone nail a variable speed trigger. Maybe I'm using the wrong air hammers, but a variable speed trigger on an air hammer it's never worked for me. It's either you get full on or nothing. I've never been able to vary a speed on an air hammer. So maybe Harbor Freight or Chief has nailed this aspect, but it looks like they're saying they got a rubber over mold here on the body, on this aluminum body, and yeah, I mean, at only $100, it's a pretty good candidate for that 20% off coupon. They're comparing it, of course, to the Matco. I wonder if this links. I wish, but nice thing about Google Chrome is you could just search it there. So they're comparing it directly to this product, which is $400. And a lot of times, Harbor Freight compares don't really compare correctly. See there, that's not really an apples to apples right there. And that's the wrong product. Hold on. MPH 1931K. Wow. So Harbor Freight doesn't know their Matco from their Mac. That's a Mac product. Wow. Yeah, it's not a Matco product at all whatsoever. It's a Mac product, which also means that the price they listed at $320 is wrong. It's actually $399. Let's get back to that. No. Wow. So they're comparing it to this anti-vab. Same actually features on this. One thing I did notice about the Harbor Freight is if you click through a couple of the pictures here, that they have it at sort of an angle, which would be nice in keeping your hand away from your workpiece. I like when tools are like this, when they have like a tilt, all except for a drill. When you're drilling something, you want this to be straight in line so you can also hold your hand straight to get a straight drill. But every other tool, every other power tool should be like this. If it's like a gun style, I think, in my opinion, it should be like this, at an angle, so you can get your hand out of the way of your workpiece. And one thing this one does, it looks like it has that quick change chuck, that quick change tip on it, so you don't have to mess around with those springs. Just comes on it from the factory. I hope so. Hope they're not showing this with options that it doesn't have. But looks like it's 1/4 inch MPT input, 4-inch stroke length. Well, another thing is just it's really hard to compare air hammers because they don't really have a rating of power or output. They have a blows per minute, they have a cubic feet per minute, and stuff like that, the length of the barrel. So this one is going to be a 4-inch stroke length, accepts standard 401 shank chisels, and I believe it has 2,800 blows per minute. Yeah, right there. 2,800 blows per minute. And that is Harbor Freight's new air hammer. So what do you guys think about that? Is it something you're going to be looking into getting, or I think I'm probably going to get. I'm probably going to end up looking at something like that. As far as the 20% off coupon, maybe that brings it down to like $80. Even if there's a 25% off coupon, brings it down to $75. 4-inch stroke length. Yeah. That's what it said there. Aircraft rivet guns absolutely have variable triggers. Like I said, I've personally I've used so I work with like probably 15 different mechanics out of our branch, okay? And about I want to say 4 to 5 of them I've used mine, that's including mine. I've used air hammers from about 4 to 5 other techs, and I've never from Cornwell to Carlisle to Matco, I've never felt one. I've never had one in my hand that I can actually vary. I mean, of course, on all, even the cheap one I have, you could take that air hammer and you could just kind of slightly pull the trigger, and it, maybe does a little bit, but the range of that trigger is like that. So it's, in mine at least, in the ones I've used, it's essentially pointless because you're on or off, pretty much. There's no way you're pulling your finger back to get an air hammer while it's shaking in your hand to beat less. Just because of how much pressure is on that trigger. Now, maybe newer technology and newer triggers, maybe I've been using older guns or something like that. Newer triggers maybe can, vary a great deal more than what I'm used to. But man, I've never had it work properly. Yeah, it should hit pretty good. Like usually the ones with a longer, it's the old adage that a longer you got the hammers traveling along that barrel, the greater the distance, the less blows per minute you get because it's got to travel double the distance. If you got a little mini one like this, maybe you get 4,000 blows per minute out of it, but it's still junk because it only moves like that much. But your longer barrel ones, when it strokes a good distance, it usually makes them better than the shorter ones. Now I have a shorter one. I think it's a little embarrassing. It's because I don't use an air hammer all like that. But I have like a $20 Husky one that I put a Napa quick change chuck adapter on the end of it, and yeah, the adapter was more than an actual air hammer. It was like $34, so that makes my gun like a $54 air hammer. Wow, that's pretty awesome. Upside down dog. Let me see. I got a little carried away. I was looking at the light too. Aircat hammer looks about the same. It might. Well, see, since we're live, we could check that out. So let me switch over here. Do a little comparison. Comparator. Aircat air hammer. Search it up. I don't know. That's looking quite a bit different. Now, it does look like, I wonder if that's like a PTP air hammer. See, Aircat's thing ain't looking. It ain't looking about the same. So that's $100 for the whole kit right there. For Aircat. 90 medium though. I wonder if PTP has one or Sunex. Sonex does have one. Huh. See, with it being Harbor Freight, I don't know if they purchased that or it's another rebrand of a different brand, but this looks, I don't know. I feel like I have seen that before. This the way this looks, I don't know. Does it look like the Snap-on one? Maybe. I'm just wondering why they're comparing it to a Mac air hammer when it doesn't even. Usually, when they compare stuff, it's like it looks identical. That's like the point of comparing something. But then again, this is not in a flyer. Tool Guy Ty, what's going on, man? I just gotta say thanks to Everyday Fleet Tech for donating. Appreciate you. All right, so that's about all I had for the Harbor Freight, air hammer, and the Snap-on temp gun. Now we're going to switch over to what I think is, or what my thumbnail is. So, is Harbor Freight the new Sears? Now, this is sort of like a question I kind of already know the answer to. But with Sears used to be like that one store where it was like one of the only places around that a mechanic could walk into and they could look at their selection of tools, they could look at boxes, look at pry bars, look at all this huge selection of Craftsman. You could browse through there and look at it all and see what you can pick out what you wanted and check out right there. It used to be, and the heyday of all that was when it was American made, or mostly American made stuff. So, I mean, if you needed a hammer quick, if you needed a file quick, if you needed a scrub brush quick, blam, you would pop over to the closest Sears, run in there, grab what you needed and get out the door, right? If you needed to warranty your stuff, because entry-level techs, DIY mechanics, and everybody in between, you just went to Sears. Craftsman was that spot you went to when you needed a tool, and that was it. The Advanced Auto Parts had what? Gear wrench. This was even before that. Before they even had gear wrench, they had some no-name stuff. I mean, they might have had gear wrench in there for a long time, Advanced Auto Parts. But you would pop in the auto parts store, and it's like, you know, nothing throwaway stuff, or they didn't have exactly what you needed, or you're looking for this type of tool or this size of tool that auto parts store don't have. The easiest way to get around that was just to walk your butt right into Sears. You go, you pick out, because they had an open stock of sockets, blam, you walk in there, you pick out your socket, and you get going down the road. Today that stuff is changing. It's just Sears has fallen off so much that I don't know, like it's just surreal to think about and look back at it. But like, Sears was like the brick and mortar version of Amazon until Amazon came along and started eating everybody's lunch. But so even back in when I started to wrench, when I first started my career. I mean, not in tech school, not in college, but when I first, actually some in college, actually definitely some in college, because college, you definitely needed to have those tools, or certain tools, certain diagnostic tools, certain tested tools that you just walked across the street to Sears and you picked that up because it was there. It was there and it was good, and it was good for what it was. So, as a mechanic, right? Sears had a ton of departments. They had, if you think back really hard, probably some of us got to think back really hard, but Sears had, I don't know, tons of departments. You could go there and buy a comforter. You can go there and buy a washer and dryer, a pair of boots. You could go there and get your oil change. You could go there and buy a TV, a Xbox. You can go buy silverware and clothes for your vacation trip and luggage. It was that one-stop shop department store. But as a mechanic, you know what I went in there for? Craftsman. Not every Sears had an entrance which led directly into the tools, but the ones that did, that's the only entrance I used, because I did not give a damn about any of that other stuff, because I only went in for tools. I only wanted to browse the tool section. I only wanted to warranty what I needed to warranty. I only wanted to go there and pick up the hammer I needed, or grab the socket rail I needed, or grab the toolbox organizer I needed. I didn't need to walk through the clothes, the shoes, the appliances, or walk past Sears Optical. I didn't care about any of that because I only went in for Craftsman. And I venture to say a lot of us that was what we went in there for. The only thing we went in there for. We didn't, I venture to say most of us tool guys didn't really care, because the prices on their stuff wasn't even better, wasn't going to be better than something like a Best Buy. They weren't going to be better than something like a mattress firm. Their prices weren't going to be better than America's Best. You know what I'm saying? So we went to that store for tools, for lawn care, for anything we needed. We went to Sears specifically for Craftsman. I remember having to drive 20 miles to a Sears until they closed that Sears. That was the last Sears in my area, 20 miles away. They closed. I remember making specific trips, holding on to my Craftsman until I could make it over, even after they converted to the Chinese stuff. Because even then, guess what I still only went in there for? Tools. So I think that Harbor Freight has moved into that position that they kind of were wise enough to say, hey, if you guys want bottom barrel stuff, this is kind of their entry to that segment. It kind of turned them into the shark of this segment, but they kind of was like, you guys want bottom barrel stuff, we'll name ourselves, we'll give ourselves a name that signifies that we just loaded this stuff directly off a cargo ship. We'll have that kind of name, and you'll come here and you could get the lowest prices in the industry in this store. And from them knowing that everybody wanted cheap tools, they just grew in popularity to what they are now, is now transitioning to more quality tools. And I think it means that Harbor Freight is the new Sears. If you think about it, entry-level techs, Sears is gone. Essentially, there are still, believe it or not, there are still Sears stores. open, open. I've seen them weeks ago. Open Sears stores. But when you have an entry level tech, what do you recommend them go? Where do you recommend that they go? You know, a new guy fresh out of high school or tech school or whatever, green as hell. They come in a shop, they're like, oh, I don't have a box or anything. Where do you suggest they go? Harbor Freight. That's where everyone suggests they go. Go to Harbor Freight, load up all your tools. And that was Sears' exact selling point, because that was where Sears was at. 20 years ago, you would have said, just go to Sears. 20 years ago, you would have said, just go Sears, pick out a box, grab a couple tools to get you by, blam. But think about today. Today, you say go to Harbor Freight, get you U.S. General, and then fill it with some Icon stuff, or even fill it with some Pittsburgh stuff. Harbor Freight is, I think, absolutely the new Sears. Whenever you need odds and ends around your garage, where do you go? There's no other place for us to go. It's in our area, in the Pittsburgh area, there's no other place to go except Harbor Freight. There's no Sears anymore. There's no what are you gonna do? Go to Lowe's? I mean, a lot of people probably go to Lowe's, but everyone knows you're not gonna get the price you get at Harbor Freight. So you just know that, hey, Harbor Freight. So, yeah, I think Harbor Freight. Harbor Freight is absolutely 100% the new Sears. It's where you go to get anything mechanic related that it's just like that. When you're driving past with your girlfriend, you're like, she wants to go in this store. You're like, okay, great. There's a Harbor Freight over there. You're going in a Harbor Freight. She's going in that store. It's just the similarities between what Sears was and what Harbor Freight is now. Blam, 100% Harbor Freight. And I don't know where they go from here. Now, the one thing I actually don't like about Harbor Freight is that their brands are just like too many with too many price points. I mean, maybe that's what sets them apart. Maybe that's why we keep going into this store. But I think there's two, like, if you walk into that store and you want a drill, you can get what is it? The Power Fister or something like that. Or you can get a Braun, or you can get another one. There's just like 3 or 4 different drills you can get with all different names. I think it's too much to remember. So yeah, let me scroll back and address some of you guys' comments, because that was a long little rant there. But I had a little... Okay, so this this was the point of this. Now, back in the day, Harbor Freight, or Sears kind of... when you had a box from Sears or Craftsman box, and you had many Craftsman boxes, you kind of needed a way to keep the keys organized, or you went in there and you bought a key set. Now, up until their closing of the store back there in like 2015, I think, or 2018, I think, they still had key sets, full key sets, 5-piece key sets in store. And to me, that's a signal that brand cares about their stuff, that they went down to the smallest detail, and they're like, they know, like, hey, we know you guys got a bunch of boxes and you want to key all your boxes alike. Well, Harbor Freight now does that. That same exact thing, 6-pack lock set for your Icon tool storage. Now, granted, it is for the Icon tool storage, and if you look there closely again, it looks like they're only the inside tumblers. I don't know why you wouldn't include the whole cam, but it looks like it's only $20. But that to me is like a signal that a brand cares about their customer and they want to make sure that you can key all of your products alike. But let me get that. Let me scroll back and answer some of you guys' comments here. That was a very long rant. Blue Glove says maybe it's the Astro Lumatic. We'll check that in a second, bud. DIY says he's gonna have to try that Harbor Freight hammer. Me too. I don't know if I come across a 25% off coupon, that might be in my midst. I'm telling you. Talking about Big Nasty Blue. What's that? Yes, sir, Big Nasty Blue. I don't know. Huh. Tom Gunn says he used to love Sears. I remember when it was packed with customers on a Saturday. Yes, that was like when I got out of college, it was like 2013. And it was still like that. Even though they had almost fully converted their like chrome tools over to China, there were still tons of people in the store. Tons of workers, tons of customers. Advance had autocraft tools from 25 when I started there until recently. Yeah. I don't remember if it was Advance or AutoZone, but I don't know. For the longest time, they just had like no name. It wasn't like, I think it was before AutoZone had Duralast and before Advance had Gear Wrench, and I think Advance did have that Autocraft stuff. And it was just, what? What is this stuff? You know, and it's sad where you gotta when your main piece is just failing you so bad that you gotta go out and look for a side piece. That's what it was like messing around with Sears, because they were all closing. And now we ran out of that place that we could just pop in and get a socket, you know. We're working on a buddy's car that we don't usually work on that brand, and we need a socket for that, and we don't have it. You used to go to Sears, now you got to go to Advance, and they don't have that socket. I can order it for you. We can have it by tomorrow at 12 o'clock. Well, I don't need it tomorrow at 12 o'clock. I need it today. But, I digress. There was Kmart for everything else. Yeah. DIY says Sears lost out long before Amazon. They waited too long to take advantage of the internet. Yeah, I think Amazon, honestly, Amazon made the smartest move. They were the smartest. Well, everybody considers it's a smart move now in hindsight, but they made the smartest play to start selling products, because at first they only sold books, and it looked like for the longest time that, you know, the major players like Walmart and Sears were going to take advantage of the online, but no. Amazon was easy. You know what I'm saying? Because a customer, for the most part, I'm not speaking to that of us mechanics here, but for the most part, a customer will take the path of least resistance, or go buy whatever's easiest, whatever's more convenient. If Just think about this for a second. You're driving down the highway, right? You're driving down the highway. You're going outbound, we'll say. And there's a gas station on the outbound side that you don't like. You don't like. Maybe you don't like this BP. Maybe you don't like it. But there's a 7-Eleven on the other side, on the inbound side, on a divided highway, right? So you would have to go up to a light, a mile up to a light, turn around, and hit that 7-Eleven. You're not going to do that. You're going to go to the BP if you need gas. You're going to go to the BP. Even though you don't like it, even though you don't want to stop there, it's more convenient because it's on the same side of your street and it's going a direction you're going. You're going to that BP 9 times out of 10. You're not going to do the extra whatever steps it takes. And that's where Sears and Walmart missed out, because Amazon came in, they made everything easy, and blam. You go on, you buy your products, it's there. It's at your house. And what made it even what accelerated that was the 2-day delivery. Now, before other competitors had a chance before that Amazon introduced the 2-day delivery. But man, the 2-day delivery, everybody else was done. Hell, people aren't even. There might even be a conversation. I might even come on here and do another one of these next week about how Amazon's the new Harbor Freight, because you could just order something and it's at your doorstep in 2 days. Oh, man. Yeah, blue gloves, you're right. It was definitely hard to come out without tools. Ours just closed last year. That Misfit says. Still one open 20 minutes north. I think I would have to drive an hour and a half for a Sears today. I closed this year too. This is blue gloves. DIY. I think Icon, as far as the toolboxes, I definitely think Icon is overpriced. I kind of think that they're going to come down in price on the Icon stuff eventually. Not immediately, certainly, but when you consider you can go and get probably essentially this identical boxes from Extreme Tools, that, yeah, they're going to have to come up off that price a little bit, because Extreme Toolboxes are like cheap. We'll compare that in a second. So we got 2 things to do. We got to look up Astro air hammer. And then Extreme versus Icon. Yeah. 340 Duster. Yeah, definitely. I have one. There's one in my van. There's a red toolbox. That red Craftsman toolbox. Fun fact, that box is actually made by Waterloo, and Stanley Black & Decker purchased Waterloo. So they're still making that same box to this day. That's crazy. They're still making that same box. That everyone, the iconic Craftsman box, they're still making it. It's been so long. The one thing I wish is that they still made the taller ones. Now, the older guys might know what I'm talking about. The younger guys might not know, but the 26-inch box wide usually was about, I don't know, like 3 foot tall. They made one that was like 4 foot tall, and I think they made one a little bit taller than that. Waterloo did, at least. I know the Craftsman did the 4 foot tall one. Yeah. No, let me see. Yeah, okay. So there was one that was like 4 foot, like a meter tall, the height of a doorknob. I think that's like the standard one. Then you got the one that's like the height of this desk here. So I could probably, oh no, I don't have my tape measure here. But this looks about, that looks to be about 5 feet tall. I think they made one like 5 foot tall. That's 26-inch wide Craftsman box that was like 5 foot tall, and it was like, damn, that's a lot of box, you know, in a little space. It was pretty cool. I like boxes like that. I wish they still made it. Yeah, and they definitely sold a lot of those 26ers. Definitely. They were quite pricey when I bought mine. I think I paid like $500 for it though. When it definitely ain't worth that. You get twice the box these days. I'm pretty sure I paid like $500 for that bottom box in my van. Tom Gunn says, I used to look forward to the weekly paper with a Sears ad and go straight to the tool section. They always socket sex. Yeah, see, everyone has a Craftsman story. Yeah, hit that like button, but if you guys appreciated this new kind of new format I'm doing here, I'm trying to come with the little animations and stuff. TSB. No one's asked me what it stands for yet. I've purposely not said it to see how long you guys will take, and it's been a whole hour, well, under an hour, almost an hour. No one's asked what it stands for yet. I even made a little intro. Here, I'll show you the intro again. Whew. Sexy. I don't know. I'll probably snazz it up a little bit here going forward. Okay, 3-4 Duster says, I think them continually bringing out different brand names actually helps them because it makes people talk about them, even if it doesn't turn into a direct sale. I guess when you look at it that way, that's definitely a strong suit, because if they come out with a new brand name, it gets you talking about the new brand name. Whereas if they would have just come out with say for instance today, a air hammer that was a Braun air hammer, maybe I don't pick up on that. I don't know. Maybe I do. Jeremiah says Sears also used to have the slap it on a counter warranty, which now Harbor Freight has all day. Well, I think Harbor Freight now has a different type of on paper warranty. Now, Craftsman's slap it on a counter warranty was literally in the like, it was written that way, that you could literally take it to the store and just say, here, take this, I need a new one. But I think Harbor Freight's on paper warranty is a little bit different these days. I've heard that it's different. I haven't confirmed that it's different. I heard that it's different. Gotta get that mechanics wire. Yeah, where you gonna go to get it? Harbor Freight, probably. Now, Lowe's does carry individual sockets, but I don't know. Is it only Cobalt at this point? And they might have Craftsman. They kind of like hide them away. Now, Craftsman's uh, open stock sockets was like wide in your face right there. Like, blam. You just walked up to it. Every peg had one socket on it. And you said 3/8, a half inch. They even had open stock Torx, open stock Allens, all kind of stuff. That was like the visual of that was like awesome because you could just, I need a socket. You would walk in there and be like, someone would be like, "Can I help you?" "No, I just need a socket." "Oh, what kind of socket?" "No, I don't need your help to find the socket I need. I'll just go get it." He's like, "Oh, what kind of socket you looking for?" No, I don't need your help to find this. I know what kind of socket I need. This a little bit bigger, maybe, or I walk in there. I know what size I want. I'll get it. I'll get it. That used to always crack me up. People, you knew as a mechanic, you knew more than most people in that store, and I don't know how they didn't know that. I miss going to a mom and pop auto parts store getting Black Hawk tools because Sears big stores are at the yeah. So I don't know. They still have Black Hawk around these days, I think. But yeah, I don't even know. I haven't been in a mom and pop auto store in a long time. A good layout and of navigating a website for making purchase makes a huge difference for. Yep, that's number one. Sunux makes quality import tools, but one has to order online. Yeah. I live close to the Amazon outlet and can get deliveries within hours. I'd rather Amazon than Harbor Freight at this point. I usually get much better quantities. Like I said, I could probably come on here and make a case for why Amazon's the new Harbor Freight. Amazon's not even using the post office to deliver here anymore since bringing of the year. Prime vans shut the door. They are inefficient though. Huh. Same. Has 3 drops in the same day of distribution. I pass a train of Amazon delivery vans daily on my way to work. 25 to 30 vans every single morning. They also use the person. I meant today. Delivery at my door. Huh. Alright, Misfit. We'll see ya. Take care, bud. When I first got back in 99, I think my enter was Barcy compared to the top one. Yeah. The intermediate box. I never got it. I never got one of those. Was in the service. We used East Coast. I got some East Coast stuff. Then we went to Snap-on right off the tool truck. Oh, yeah? Sell individual sockets, but not many. Lowe's near me has both Cobalt and Craftsman open stock sockets and wrenches Craftsman. Place of priority. Yeah, I've seen that in my Lowe's as well. Whoo! Would you look at the time? It's 10 o'clock. Whoa. Yeah. So. Let me not forget to look up those last couple things. So what we were going to look up the Astro air hammer. look the same, but would you look at that? Would you look at that? That looks just like that air cap we looked up earlier on the stream. Capri. Here's a Capri one. That looks kind of close, but no that same. Is this the right? Yeah. Yeah, no. So, okay. So Astro's definitely not it. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna look up Extreme. Actually, we need prices. We're gonna go to strictly toolboxes because I know they sell Extreme. Extreme. Yeah, you can get some ads off me. Oh man, look at the tool vault. What? Tool vault. Whoa, half price. That's a lot of bucks. Hold up. That's a 72 inch for 2,500 bucks. All right, so I have had Tool Vault is selling a lot, huh? All right, we need Extreme brand. Is there a brand? Extreme. There we go. So this brand has those deeper boxes. So here's a 72 inch. We could definitely compare that apples to apples against Harbor Freight because I've had personal experience with this brand. One of my buddies had bought one of these boxes instead of a Snap-on box. So that is 2,500 bucks. Delivery with liftgate is 30 bucks. Wow, they deliver with free delivery without a liftgate. That's awesome. It's only 30 bucks to get it set down in your driveway. That's great. But that's a 72 inch, 25 inch deep box. The drawer gauge is 20. The shell gauge is 18. Right? And the depth is 25 inches deep. And it's 47 inches high. That's 2,500 bucks. Now let's see the Icon. Let's go for the Icon. Tool storage. How much? How much for a 72? That's a 72 shop. Shop the tool storage. Let's do, okay. So there's a 56, 73, 25 inch deep is double the price of the Extreme. Literally double the price. This is, how many drawers do you get here? Number of drawers, 19 drawers. And it comes with foam in each drawer. And it comes with liners. 900 pounds per caster. Icon wants $5,000. Extreme gives you an extra caster in the middle of the box. Icon doesn't. Whoa, what's going on there? That's crazy. So, I wonder, is there any other information? So this definitely has, the Icon has outlets on it. Yeah. Power drawer, includes a power drawer, which the Extreme probably doesn't have. But look how many drawers you get. You get 19 drawers, 3 full or probably most of the length. Drawers right there. Whoops. Which one are we? That's a... Okay. We're going to have to edit back. Yeah, and this one you only get 2 drawers that are full length, or most of the length. I wonder what's the height of this. Do you get a top? So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 drawers. 20 drawers on the Icon box. 1 less drawer, I guess, on the Extreme box. But they're the same dimensions. I wonder what's the total, the cubic inches, because that's the number you're looking for. This is 73 inches versus Extreme 72, but for what you're paying, I'm saying the Extreme box is looking like a hell of a deal. Okay, volume, cubic inches, 33,874 on the Icon, and we got 34,173 on the Extreme. So that's what I'm saying, is that this box here is literally half the price from this website, and it probably uses the same gauge of steel. And you get an MDF board top with the yeah, you get an MDF wood top with the Extreme. Do you get that on here? I don't know. I don't think so. But you get the power drawer and everything. $2,500 is quite a premium for some outlets and a power drawer. Just saying. So if you're in the market for the Icon box, right here, the 72 class, I guess I could call it because it's a 73 inch. Just get this one. It's half the price. It's literally half the price. Actually, this coming week, I'm going to be ordering Extreme's new DX series box in 72. I don't have the space for the 24 or 30 deep boxes, and the 21 depth works for me. Yeah, okay. It's probably even cheaper then. It's probably even cheaper. I wonder if they have those. Extreme 72. So these are the regular. Wow. Okay, they probably don't have the bleeding edge. These are probably the older boxes. But dude, $2,500. You cannot. This is a 17 drawer here. Triple bay. And there's a 76. I wonder... Extreme. Oh, we'll just look at all the Extreme stuff. Yeah, they don't have that DX stuff on here. There's a 30. I don't know. That's not extreme, is it? Strictly toolboxes. 30 inches deep. Wait, didn't I? Yes, I did. Extreme. Wow. Here's another extreme box. What's the cubic inches? 46, 451. What? 26. Wow. 18 drawers. Woo-hoo, boy. If I was getting a box, that would be it. If I was starting at a shop tech, I was looking at Snap-on boxes, because this and Snap-on, 10 grand easy. But yeah, that's a ton of box for 2,700. Wow. But yeah, that's about all I have for you guys. Let me switch back. So, thank you guys for joining me. Oh my goodness. Chucka Gills. Gillis. I always say Gills. I always say Chucka Gills. Tell me how to pronounce your name. He donates $2. I appreciate it, bud. Thank you. Thank you. I very much appreciate it. Even though I probably only get 30 cents of that. But hey, I'll get the next can of Pepsi's on you. Thanks. Is anyone even buying Icon boxes? Okay. I asked my local Harbor Freight and they hadn't sold one yet. My dad does outside sales and is inside shots all day. Yet to see Icon. See lots of U.S. General Series 2 though. Yeah, because like I said, they're the new Craftsman. You know, once a lot of us guys start to retire those old black and red Craftsman boxes, guess what? You're going to be seeing U.S. Generals all over the place. Tekton is also releasing boxes this year that are pricey. They're made in Canada for $39.50. For a 60-inch box, it's 30 inches deep. That ain't bad for a 30 deep though. 30 deep. The deep ones are good. I love the deep ones. I wish I had space for a deep one, but the DX is $17.70 at Home Depot. Oh yeah, that's pretty low. And it's 21 inches deep. That's still pretty good actually. It's better than the first. I think the first U.S. Generals where they were only like 18 inches deep or whatever. That was garbage. Ryobi is trash. Mr. C. Gillis. That's what I'm going to start calling you. I see you all the time. I'm going to start calling you C. Gillis. Ryobi is, I don't know. I think they're good for what they are. If you're looking for bottom dollar, cheapest of the, I don't know. I don't know, because you could also get a Harbor Freight and get that one-time use thing. But here's the thing. It's definitely a area of debate because one time I needed a saw, a circular saw, a plug-in circular saw, and I went and got a Ryobi. But I had the option to go to Harbor Freight. Now, would I trust something from Harbor Freight for a circular saw? The answer is no. Absolutely not. I would not trusted to make 2 cuts from Harbor Freight, because I've had that experience from Harbor Freight where you use a thing a couple times and then it falls apart on your hand. So when it came to circular saw, I didn't want to buy a Harbor Freight circular saw. I went to Home Depot and I got a Ryobi circular saw, and for the 3 cuts that I needed to make with it, worked great. So, Brian Williams, he says he does not like Harbor Freight tools. Never have liked them and still don't. And I don't like Craftsman tools. Almost, what? Adult, almost 30 years ago, I used to like, oh, okay. Not anymore. Why, Brian? 21 inches deep, 17 drawers. That's a pretty deal. That's a pretty good deal. Is that, see, but then you run into, your drawer depths are probably still only 19 if the overall box is 21. Right? See, but that's what I was saying. Like those early cheap boxes, even Huskies did this. The overall depth of the box was like 19, which meant that the overall depth of the drawers was 17. You could put nothing in them. But yeah. Hey, Brian Williams, Proto stuff. I actually love Proto. When I can find Proto stuff, I always, well, for cheap, I generally pick that stuff up. But I recently got some Proto stuff from Zorro. Zorro's like running a sale or something on Proto stuff. And socket sets are way too cheap. I think I seen on there was like a 8 to 30 shallow 6.3H drive or something like that for $100. Like, what? Yeah, I understand that. I got a little garage too. I got a bunch of land. I kind of want to build a bigger garage, but we'll see how it goes. But it's getting a little past my bedtime. I gotta get into bed. Gotta go to work tomorrow. So, to wrap things up, Snap-on has a new CTG 861 with a color screen, a infrared temperature gun with a color screen now. Probably along the lines of their color screen multimeters. Harbor Freight has come out with a new air hammer, the Chief air hammer. Hold on, let's roll that first one. Here's the CTG 861 kit. This is the kit for $309. The bare tool is going to be $165. Harbor Freight has the new Chief air hammer for $100. I think it's going to be pretty good. And of course, Harbor Freight, in my opinion, is the new Sears. But that's it. That's all I have for you guys. As always, thanks for watching. If you like, you can check out my all my links in the description. You can check out my Twitter and Instagram if you're interested. You can check out my KC Toolco affiliate link. It'll be in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching, for sticking around with me through this kind of like test live stream. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.